Hello, Namaste, S.S.Chandhok. Good evening. Welcome to the S.S.Chandhok talk show. I'm your host and moderator, S.S.Chandhok. It had been raining heavily from last 2 days in the different parts of the country, and with the eminent guest places also where they have come from. So we are enjoying this weather, and with this weather, we have to keep on looking and talking about the children, about their growth. So today's topic of discussion is from manual to technology, because we know the only positivity about your pandemic was that it brought out technology 5 to 10 years before it had to come. And with the coming of technology, so many things have been resolved. So many things have happened that now we're not going to stay back. Technology will keep on improving and improving. So today's topic is from manual to technology. We have very eminent guests from different parts of the country. Let me introduce you to the very first eminent guest present over here. First of all, we have Anu Bhatia ma'am. She is a principal of St. Edmund's School, Jaipur. Welcome, Anu ma'am. First of all, thank you so much for coming up to the show. Ma'am, in precise, we'd like to know about your educational journey. That how did you came into this profession, or did you came it by chance or by choice? And from a teacher to a principal here in Jaipur. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay. So, namaskar, everyone. Sir, I would like to change your question a little bit because my journey to the principal started from the student itself. So, I was the nursery student in the school itself. And then from a student, then I joined it as a teacher, then superintendent and administrator, and then presently working as principal. And talking about my interest, yes, it was my passion since my childhood. And in those days, whenever there was essay based on what is your aim in the life, at that time only I used to write, my aim is to become a good teacher. And by the grace of God, I have fulfilled it. I got that goal and still working in this profession. So this is all about my passion. I'm not saying it is forcibly. Sometimes today we had one session in the school itself wherein it was based on career guidance. All the teachers were there. And when we asked the question, which profession would you like to connect yourself with? So no one answered that teaching is my profession. So I was just thinking why people are connecting it to that if no other option is there, then we should go for the teaching. No, it should be by heart because it is the only profession which is creating the other professions. So once you are into it, you should be honest towards it. You should have full interest with the dedication because you are not passing on the education, you are creating generations. So I am into this profession with my passion only.
That's wonderful, ma'am. Which was your first school as a teacher, ma'am?
Same school, St. Edmunds.
Oh, okay,
Student,
okay.
teacher. So it's my stability, you can say. Yes, in the same school.
Stability, take over whatever it is, ma'am. But wonderful staying at one place for such a long time. It's also
Yeah.
wonderful, and you feel very good when wherever you have studied and you are teaching and leading over there. That is also very important.
Yesterday
Many
only I've completed 25 years. Yesterday.
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, ma'am, once again, ma'am, for coming, and all the best for the future also.
Thank you, sir.
Then we have next guest we have is Ghanshyam Das Naik sir. He is a principal of a very famous institution in Bathinda, Punjab, that is Gyan Gun Sagar International School. Welcome, Ghanshyam sir, to the show for the first time. Sir, we will also like to know about your educational journey, sir. Sir, you are on mute, sir. Sir, technology. Mute, sir, you're on mute.
Yes, yes. Now it's okay,
Yeah.
sir. Yeah.
Sir.
Very good evening. Very good evening, Chandhok sir. And I would like to thank you for inviting me on this hybrid platform, actually. And really happy to know what kind of talk show you are running since so many past years. And I would like to thank you, especially for the last yesterday what you have talked to me, sir. You have to come, and again you have to come for the future. So this is thank you once again. And I know this platform is one of the successful educational platform known as S.S.Chandhok Talk Show throughout the nation. It is my fortunate to interact with all these galaxy of intellectuals, those who are sitting over here. Very good evening to all of you. As you have asked about my educational journey, what I would say, I belong to the district Mandi of Himachal Pradesh. I think so you are all well aware about it. And this is the state which is known for land of hills, land of beautiful landscape, and land of apples. So, Chandhok sir, I have started my schooling from the government school, and I'm happy to say that whatever I have started from the government school and till the journey of principal, from the last 18 years, I have worked as a physics lecturer for the 12 years, and thereafter I have started as a principal. And from the last 6 years, I am working as a principal, and at present in the Gyangun Sagar International School, Batinda. My biggest inspiration is my father, who has always motivated me being an educator. And as you were saying, what is your inspiration, and you have opted this field of education by chance or by choice. So I have joined this profession completely by choice, not by chance, because it was my passion to become an educator. So over to you, sir.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful experience you have, inspiration you have. One more question, sir.
Yes,
Did
sir.
you ever thought that that you will come up to the S.S. Chandhok talk show?
Definitely. Now it will be a long journey. Don't worry, sir.
Sir, it's the same. You see, you have to crack jokes sometimes because रुला तो सब लेते हैं आपको, लेकिन हंसाना भी तो किसी को आना चाहिए, sir. तो कपिल शर्मा भी वही करता है, हम भी वही करते हैं, sir. Sometimes. My pleasure, sir. You are over here, sir. Experienced person like you are come over here, sir. Thank you so much for coming, sir. Next, we have Reena Goswami, ma'am. She is the principal of one more prestigious institution in Jaipur, Mahavir Digambar Jain School. Welcome, Reenu, ma'am, to the show. It's a pleasure having you over here. Ma'am, please let us know about your educational journey, ma'am.
Thank you, and good evening to everyone. Thank you, sir, for inviting me. And in the past, there have been certain miscommunication. I'm so sorry for that. But it's wonderful to be here. And to tell you the truth, I initially never wanted to be in the teaching line. In fact, when somebody asked me, when I joined this line, I was told by somebody that why aren't you doing your B.Ed? So I used to say that B.Ed bhi koi karne ki cheez hai. You know, I had that kind of mindset. But once I joined it, now I realize that this is the right place to be. We are not only nurturing young minds, we are creating so much for them, and we are always going to stay young. This is the best reason, because we are always surrounded by children and kids. So at least I am never going to grow old. This is my thought. And I started as a teacher with a school in Jaipur itself, because I was educated in Pune, Maharashtra, in a convent school. I got married and I came to Jaipur. I started my career with a primary school as a teacher. Then I joined Ryan International School. There I started growing. From a teacher, I became a supervisor, a coordinator. Then I was made the headmistress. I worked there for 12 years. And then I took a break. Thereafter, I was with Maheshwari Girls Public School for some time. Then I was with Shanti Asiatic School for a year. I was with this Mahavir School also for 12 years earlier as the English medium wing in charge. And then I rejoined Ryan International. I was sent to Ajmer, Udaipur, and I set up the Bikaner branch of Ryan International. But they wanted me to continue in Bikaner, and I couldn't do that because I had my home here, and I did not have the heart to again, set up a home over there. So then I resigned. I was in just before Corona. I took a break from there, came back to Jaipur. I joined the studio and I did some wonderful translation work, that is from English to Hindi and vice versa. Then I got this opportunity, the school I had worked in earlier. So naturally, I have a soft corner for it. And it is very close to my home. So I felt at this age, being close and where you love to be, that would be the best opportunity. So I joined as principal in February, and slowly taking steps one at a time, because this is a very crucial year. We've just come after Corona and there are so many things amiss. So
Yes.
let's see how things go about. And I'm so thankful to you. This is my journey from a teacher to a principal.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much and welcome, ma'am. Next, we have Manjula Garg, ma'am. She is the principal of a very prestigious institution in Meerut, that is Mahavir Academy. Welcome, Manjula, ma'am, to
Thank
the
you, sir.
show. Ma'am, everybody will also like to know about your education journey, ma'am.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Chandhok sir, for giving me this opportunity to join this auspicious galaxy of stars. This is Manjula Garg from Meerut, Mahavir Academy, working as a principal over here. And I started my journey when I was just as a teacher, when I was just 14 years old. And I can't say that you will believe that when I was teaching a girl who was older than me, my parents declared me as a good teacher of future. And I did not know about the content what I was teaching that time, but about what I remember, that I was teaching that girl who was my didi, actually cousin, neighborhood. She lived in my neighborhood, and I started teaching her. So like this is how I started my journey. And then after completing my 12th, I completed my graduate from Modinagar graduation. And then after my journey of education just kept on, I completed my 3 masters in education, English and philosophy. I completed my B.Ed, then M.Ed, and I became a teacher, a lecturer in degree college, first of all, sir. And this is a Smile Degree College in Meerut, which is very much renowned for its marvelous work. And it is only for girls. And that time I realized, when I was teaching MA English criticism part, that time I realized that all these girls are well versed, paki hui hain ye, they are matured enough. But there was a thing which I wanted to work on, like on ground level, which is why I joined public school. I left that job immediately, because at that time only 40 girls were there in MA English, and they were not up to like they did not want to study that time. Or abhi bhi, the present scenario of degree college is same. The professors are not taking lectures, students are not coming to college. So it was extremely panic for me, because I wanted to them to be here with me for the lecture. But apart from that, very few attendees were there. I just wanted to work on basics. So I joined public school in 2009. And then after I became coordinator, junior wing coordinator, then at PGT. Then I started my principal career in 2015. I became founder principal of 2 schools. And then after at Indraprasth Public School, Ghaziabad, and now I'm working in Meerut. So this is my journey, and I'm not by choice here. I'm here. It was my passion to teach. I was just 14 years old. और बहुत छोटी सी थी when I started teaching my older ones. But whoever is coming in my contact, I started teaching. So this is how my journey started. And my parents realized that my daughter will be a good teacher. So they put up, they inspired me. Yeah. So
that's wonderful, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming once again, ma'am. Next, we have Reena Tiwari, ma'am. She is the principal of Sovans Millennium Public School in Gonda. Welcome, ma'am, Reena, ma'am, to the show.
Hi, good evening, sir. Good evening to everyone.
Ma'am, please let us know about yourself.
Thank you once again giving me. Yes, sir. Sir, thank you giving me once again chance to join this your talk show and to interact with so many intellectual principles. See, as I told you in my last show, that I am a teacher by chance, not by choice. My father wanted to make me lawyer. I wanted to become an actor. So same way as ma'am was saying, I used to teach in my class. I used to explain the question answers, and my friends used to say that you will become a very good teacher one day. So I used to say, teacher, I don't want to become a teacher. Finally, I'm landed at a place. I become a teacher. I started my career from Allahabad. Then I worked in Bhopal, Chhattisgarh. I joined, as I'm from Lucknow, so I came back from Chhattisgarh. I joined Jaipuria. And after Jaipuria, I'm here in Sovans Millennium Public School at Gonda. This is my journey. I am by I'm not by choice, but yes, now it is my choice to be a teacher. I thought, yes, thank you, sir.
That's wonderful, ma'am. But which Jaipuria we were working with, ma'am? AR Jaipuria or MR?
State MR Jaipuria, sir. Now I have left that school. I have left school. I am with Sovans Millennium now.
Yes. That's wonderful, ma'am. Good people are there, and they are also Kanak Gupta, sir, and all people. I know them very well. They're very good people. And I'm an ex-principal of State Anandam Jaipuria in one of the branches. Thank you so much, ma'am, and welcome, Reena, ma'am. Next, we have Indra Singh, ma'am. She is a principal of a very prestigious institution in Jaipur. Jaipur is a hub of schools with very, very wonderful schools and big schools. That is Vivek Techno School, Jaipur. Welcome, ma'am, to the show. First of all, thank you so much for coming, ma'am. Ma'am, please let us know about yourself. You're on mute, ma'am. Ma'am, you're on mute. Yeah.
Hi, good evening to everyone. I'm audible now, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Good evening to everyone. I know Anu Bhatia madam, but personally, I have seen Renu ma'am also. And I'm feeling very happy that, yes, I have been given an opportunity by you, sir, to join. So when I start with journey of my education, it comes from Assam to Chennai, then to Punjab, coming back to the Pune, then going back to the Mumbai, then completing my graduation to the Agra College, and then it comes to the Rajasthan University. So that was the journey of my schooling, where I completed over there. And when you ask me whether what made me to be in this profession, this was not my choice. Because when I was doing my graduation, I had a dream to join Indian Air Force, and I got an opportunity. I selected with the 15 girls of the first batch of the Air Force defense officers that started in 1992. So I was one of the members which cleared the SB exams and everything, interview, medical and everything, but could not join because of some family restrictions. But yes, I didn't wanted to become a teaching teacher. I wanted to be a sports teacher. That was the alternate dream which I had it over there. But gradually, I completed my PG. Then I come to the B.Ed college. So it started coming that yes, I have to be a teacher. And very first school I joined in Ludhiana, and that was the Air Force school. After that, I got married and shifted to Jaipur. And in Jaipur, I joined one of the very old school, that is the Tagore International School. I worked there as a PGT chemistry for the 2 years. And after 2 years, when I thought to go ahead, it was a very set plan of my life. Still, I have it over there. The dreams are fixed over there. The goals are there. I made it myself to associate again with one of the institutes, Rukmani Birla Modern High School. When the first stone of the school was laid, I joined the school. I worked with the school for the 14 years, got the school established over there. All the detailing of the school was done. But still, there is some scope over there that you feel that when you cross the one age, you have to come up for yourself. And it was already decided when I was around 30-year-old that I will become a principal when I cross my 40. Made me to shift over there from Rukmani Birla, and I moved out without seeing my career where I'm going to live. But I started with the interviews and then I became a principal. And continuing over there, now I'm a principal from last 7.5 years with the Vivek Techno School Jaipur. And working there with the students, I feel myself every day, because you are involved in each and every activity which we used to do in our school days. You are naughty also, you are serious also, you give the chance to do others more work than you yourself, and you are growing every day. So that makes me a very happy person to be there as a principal of a school and not getting old, as Renu madam said. That is the reason why we are there.
That's wonderful, ma'am. Thank you so much. Your destiny takes you wherever your interest goes on gradually. So when you see the wonderful faces of the, especially the pre-primary kids in the school, all the attention that is being taken away by them. And thanks to Almighty that after 2 years, we have started hugging them also, because pehle to chhu bhi nahi sakte the, ab to we can hug them also. So that thing has come back. Thank you, ma'am, and welcome, ma'am. Next we have Harsh. Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. Next we have a wonderful person from as a expert from the technology based Mr. Harpal Singh Khurana. He is the founder and CEO of Tap School. Sir is an edtech entrepreneur and founder of Tap School, a premium startup that provides all type of solutions to educational institutions and organizations. Tap School is being used by n number of schools across the country. He loves to interact with educators and other stakeholders of education community to understand their problems and solve the pain points using the technology. His motto is education first. With his experience, he has actively involved in building products that are easily adopted by educators, students, and parents. Apart from that, he provides consultancy to schools in successfully implementing technology that yields result. Harpal sir loves traveling, playing video games, and is an avid reader. Thank you, Harpal sir, first of all, for coming up once again to the show and guiding us. We had been knowing that so many people, they come up to in our schools with a visiting card that this is based on technology and this is based on technology. You never know what is right and what is wrong. But first of all, we will like to know that how did it came to your mind that you have started this startup where you're giving a 360-degree or A to Z solution to the schools related to technology. And tell something about Tap School.
Thank you, sir, for inviting me once again to the show. I have always enjoyed the conversations with principals and all the eminent guests previously also, and this time also, and to know their fabulous journeys. So my journey being a tech person is very simple. Generally, like any other kid, we've gone to schools. I did my computer applications graduation and I did my job. So I basically belong to Ludhiana and now I'm currently in Mohali. That is a satellite town outside Chandigarh. So everybody knows Mohali because of the cricket stadium. Nothing much is happening around here. So besides that, my experience in the technology has been 11 years for uh, building solutions for the corporate sector. But in 2015, I would say that I got into a startup scene. And then when I used to travel to villages, because my job profile was such that I have to create products for farmers, women empowerment, how we can empower them digitally. And it was in collaboration with some state governments also. So and I used to travel, and I used to see so many challenges that the schools face in rural areas as well as in the urban centers also, because urban centers has different set of problems, and rural areas have different set of problems. But there was a lot of challenges back in 2015-14, and this really motivated me to start up my own do own product and own startup in the field of education. uh, because at that point of time, internet was also very less penetrated into even urban cities like maybe Chandigarh, because Geo came in 2016, and we were talking about digitalizing the schools and classrooms way back in 2015. So in 2016, I decided to start up Tab School. For over a year, we developed product in communication with teachers, principals, and then we piloted out our product. We got quite a lot of accolades, but even then, if we have to take the product out into the schools, at that time it was known to be very futuristic product, and slowly, obviously, there was a lot of adoption started because internet came into mainstream, everything was there. So yes, it was a great learning process, and it's always fun to interact with principals and teachers and students, and even with parents also, and know their opinions about technology in schools. So that is really good, that is really fun and thrilling.
That's wonderful, sir. We'll talk about technology further and know how is this technology you people have developed, because we all are technology migrants. We do not know much about technology. That is sometimes I also forget to keep myself unmute or mute. So we are technology migrants, but you people, you are up with technology, you are technology residents. So how it is helpful, because a number of things have come. We would like to understand in the further part of the session. Thank you so much, Ashpal sir, and welcome to the show. We'll come on to the next round, and the first opinion instead of question I'll ask to Anu ma'am, Anu Bhatia ma'am. Anu Bhatia ma'am, I'll request also all the participants to keep your answer precise, please. Anu Bhatia ma'am, we will like to know your opinion on the saying, is there a need of adopting technology with classrooms or not?
Yes, sir. As recently pandemic has demonstrated how important the inclusion of technology in education is. And today in sustaining society, technology cannot be ignored. It is now inevitable. It is very important part. On the other hand, if we are talking about imparting the education which helps a child to lead into the competitive world, we need to connect it with technology. Because once we educate them with the help of technology, side by side, it is fulfilling the multidisciplinary approach where the child would be able to learn about the 21st century skills. If we talk about the collaboration, if we talk about communication, if we talk about the 6 E's of making a lesson plan. So it is totally covering the teaching learning concept. So after pandemic, I am also not a techno savvy person, but now I am realizing that every teacher should take it as a part of their teaching, because side by side, it is fulfilling many objectives. You can actively engage your children, you can involve them, you can make them learn how to use these tools. Because, see, if they are not becoming familiar of using these tools, it would be difficult for them to survive in this world. So that is why teaching in education with technology has become must.
That's wonderful, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. A very precise and a very perfect answer you have given. We'll come up to Ghanshyam sir. Ghanshyam sir, we will also like to know your views that is there a need of adopting technology with classrooms?
Yes, sir. There is a need of adapting the technology with classroom. And we know in modern time, no one can escape themselves from the use of technology. As we know, the technology is playing important role. It reduces the workload of teachers. It is enhancing the learning capacity of children as well. And moreover, what we can say that the technology is transforming the traditional classroom to the hybrid. So it is really a big change in our society. Our students are going for the hybrid classroom. As Madam said, during COVID-19 pandemic, it had the quickly demonstrated that why online education should be the vital part of teaching and learning. We all were going for it. So by integrating the technology into the existing curriculum, I think the teachers as well as the students, they are harnessing online learning as a powerful educational tool. So adopting the digital learning tools in classroom, what I would say, it can increase the student engagement in the digital classroom. It can help the teachers to improve their lesson plan, as well as, moreover, it would facilitate the personalized learning. And actually, the technology, sir, it has brought biggest change in hybrid classroom by creating the more inclusive learning environments, which may foster the collaboration, inquisitiveness among the students, and this this will definitely help to collect the data on the student performances as well. And still, Anu Madam said, I can also say it's important to note that technology is just a tool used education, but not an
Absolutely right, sir.
in itself. Not an end in itself.
It cannot be a bilkul wizard. Technology can be a tool. It cannot, substitute a teacher. Teacher will always remain for your. Thank you so much, sir. We'll come up to Renu Goswami, ma'am. Renu ma'am, we'd like to ask you that what kind of technology needs to be integrated pedagogically to make learning process effective for students? Ma'am, you're on mute, ma'am. Technology.
Yeah, technology. Hearing this question, I'm reminded of that famous quote which says, I hear and I forget, I see and I remember, I do and I understand. So this is very, very true that unless, and I being a science teacher, I mean, I'm from the science background, so I know that how the lab and a well-equipped lab, when you're doing practicals and what you're teaching in the class, and then you do it in the form of practicals. And now we have the technology of the online teaching taught us. There are so many educational videos made on every topic. There are so many educational modules which a teacher can incorporate in her teaching. But then the teacher has to be trained in using that technology so that it is beneficial for the students. I doing I feel, makes teaching more effective and easy to understand, and they understand better the learning processes better. So, a practical approach, I feel. And I would also like to mention here of the word EduScrum. I don't know how many of us have heard that, but this system of learning came up in Netherlands, and Mr. Willy Wijnands, he is the founder of this system where the children are, they are involved in the learning and teaching process. They are given ownership of the topic. So they come up with ideas of how this thing can be done, and they make up the model or the chart or whatever, a teaching aid. So it does not only focus on, the report and the grades of the child. It focuses on critical thinking, how the children can work together because they're divided into groups. I attended a seminar and I really found it very interesting. And I'm planning to, further delve into it and learn about it more, so that maybe in the future we could do that, so that, a teacher is just a facilitator and the actual learning is by the children themselves. So, there's something which I read, about EduScrum, that a person had to say that it is the learning process in which the modern education can be turned into the education of future. So I really like this, and I wanted to share it with you all. And hence,
Absolutely
I'm
right,
so
ma'am.
glad I got this
Now,
opportunity.
thank you so much for sharing that, ma'am. And of course, the teachers are now facilitators because so many things have come during pandemic also. When the
Yes.
teachers were reporting that they to come join the session, but they do not put on their camera on. They don't put the camera on. They litter around at in the home when the parents are asking, कि why are you not attending the classes? Your teacher is frequently calling कि आपका बच्चा attend नहीं कर रहा है.
नहीं कर-
पापा उनकी मम्मा उनकी क्लास समझ में नहीं आती. जो वो पढ़ाती है उसको हम किसी दूसरे यूट्यूब चैनल पे देख लेते हैं, दूसरे टीचर का, बहुत अच्छा समझ में आता है.
In fact,
So that is-
I even got to know that parents come and tell us that बच्चे गेम्स खेलते थे मोबाइल पे, उनको मोबाइल मिल गया पढ़ने के लिए, लेकिन वो क्लासेस अटेंड नहीं करते थे, and they used to enjoy games on the.
Ma'am, the teachers have to reform themselves a lot for this. Why in our time, whatever the teacher was teaching was right, but now it is not like this. A small kids also of any class, first, second, or third grade, also they catch hold of you if you are not teaching not properly. So they are very smart as of now. The teachers cannot fool. If somebody is being something is asking in the class, there's a saying, and the teacher is not knowing that. You don't know that? Okay, all of you, who will tell this? Nobody knows. I'll punish all the class. कल करके आना. वो ब्रैकेट में होता है कि मैं भी कल करके आऊंगी, मुझे भी नहीं आता. This was happening earlier, but now this is not happening. The students, they know everything before you give it to them, and if you are not able to give to them, they will just throw you out. Thank you so much, ma'am. Renu ma'am.
Thank you.
That was a wonderful answer given. Then I'll come up to Manjula ma'am. Manjula ma'am, I'll also like to know your views on the same. What kind of technology needs to be integrated pedagogically to make learning process effective for students?
Yes, sir. Very good question. Before 2019, it was a havoc to introduce technology in our school. Just very few teachers were technology magnates that time. And in primary section, we were using only television. The teachers were emphasizing on switching on the television in front of the student just to set their copies. And then only e-classes, only smart classes were there. And they just switched on the classes and the concept was downloaded and they were showing. But after this pandemic, this is the brighter side of that pandemic, that we all are well versed with the technology. But now, few changes are really required. Like if we say about the Bloom's technology, first of all, knowledge comes, comprehension, application, analysis, and evaluation. So we need to plan our lesson accordingly. Some PPTs should be made. e-assessment should be made so that it will be very feasible to the parents to download that and to know the real instant performance of their children. And the second thing is they should prepare the PPTs, and the students also application. What is the application? Whatever they are being taught, they will try to make PPTs of their content. If we are going to teach French Revolution in class 9th SST, they will have to make a PPT of for revolution, how revolution evolved, what are the post revolution conditions in France, and pre and post. So that will make the child active in the class, and the concept will be clear. So first of all, I will prefer PPTs. E-report card means to say e-assessment or assignment that should be forwarded to the parents, and the parents instantly will know about the performance of the child in the class. And thirdly, what I always prefer to my teachers also, just involve the children hands-on. What NEP is also preferring, just tell the child to be involved in the technology. And now my teacher, fortunately, all are well versed with the technology, and they all are making PPTs, and the students themselves are making PPTs, and they are showing and they are demonstrating also. So which is very much important. So what I think that lesson plan should be like that. And according to me, all the students are not equal. According to everyone, retaining and learning power is different as per the requirement. But the student who are auditory learner, the student who are the visual learners will take help a lot from these kind of PPTs and this kind of technology enhancement. So
Right.
technology is a part and parcel of our life now. We should accept it. And one more question from my side, sir. वो मैं अपने बच्चों से भी पूछती हूँ कि when you are going in this world of technology, where you are going to work in MNCs, everywhere you will be dealing with directly with the computer, like mailing and creating your date sheet, creating your database, creating your worksheets, spreadsheet, whatever you are doing, you will be closely connected with the computer, with technology. So why we are not making students future ready? Why we are not making them enabled to work fastly online? So this is my major concern,
Right.
and this is majorly very much important for everyone, that we should make our children future ready, because they need to go in that big world. And this
You're
is
absolutely
technology.
right, ma'am. You're absolutely right, ma'am. What you want to say is that we have to make our students ready for the future, and for future is the technology. You're absolutely
Yes.
right. After 5 to 10 years, there'll come a time books will not be used. Instead,
Yes.
tablet or some device will be used. Obviously, teachers will be there as a facilitator, but technology is going to improve more and more. It is not going to go back. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Next, I'll come to Reena Tiwari, ma'am. Reena, ma'am, we will like to know your views about this. That are you still using blended or hybrid learning method? If yes, then why and which type? Reena, ma'am. Reena Tiwari, ma'am. Yeah.
Sir, I'm not getting the voice.
Ma'am, I'm audible. Am I audible, ma'am? I think there's some network problem with you, or ma'am, we are able to hear you, but I think you're not able to hear me. Ma'am, you can exit and rejoin. You will get the connection. By the time we'll come up to Indra ma'am then. Indra ma'am, I'll come up to you by the time ma'am leaves and rejoins. Ma'am, we'd like to know the same thing from you. Are you still using blended or hybrid learning methods of teaching? If yes, then why and which type?
Yes, sir. I would like to answer. Yeah, currently we are still using the hybrid mode of learning. Reason is still the students have not come out from the pandemic. Still the students are not regular to the school. Still they are taking many of the leaves, and the parents want them to get the work done, what is going inside the classroom. So for that, we have taken out the same platform, online mode, and it is a hybrid mode. So the wherever the students are lacking behind, the teachers are taking 1 hour extra classes every day over there. So what we have made a last period of our school to given as a remedial class period. And at that time, the students, those who are at home, they are taking the lectures over there. The same time, the classwork which we are doing in the school, it is being shared with the students, so that we are in continuous teaching process over there. So this is happening due to the, even now the virals are going, the technology has come up over there. So why not to continue the use of the thing? Why should make it separate and come down to totally physical mode of the teaching? Definitely after 20 years or 30 years, this mode is going to be permanent over there. And we will be only working with the online, and we will be a facilitator. So we have to continue with the same system. If we go suddenly off with the pattern, something goes change over there again, it will be again a tough time to get the things on roll. So better to be in a touch, to be in a contact with the students. We are using both the mode of the hybrid. In the same way, when we are doing the practicals, generally like 11th and 12th class, sometimes the students are not coming. What past 4 months we have seen. So what we are doing, the teachers is online over there in the chemistry lab. The practicals are going over there. The student can see. They can watch videos also on the YouTube. They are focusing on the other lectures also, but still what their own teacher teach them, that's make them to understand better. So that is the connectivity we have made over there. Otherwise, what is happening if we are just disconnecting with this hybrid mode, the students will not able to connect with the school. And that school word, it's not a word, it's a word for everyone. So the students should understand what is the importance being inside the classroom, how the students are feeling happy with each other, how socially they are connected with each other. So that makes realize the student who is sitting at the home and thinking that without coming to the classroom, they can study and achieve their career. So stop that. At least I'm planning to continue this hybrid mode of teaching in my school, and I believe everyone will like it over there. We should not disconnect with the tool which has been come up with us and which is making us grow also. So like right now, if I'm having a meeting with you, sir, side by side, I can do the WhatsApp also. I can send a message to my teacher also. Let the students become a technical survey. When we at this age, we the educators are learning, because we have the will. We have to make the student understand the learning process cannot go away from the schools. And that is the what schools are important in the society. That is my view, sir. So I would love to continue, and I request everyone to continue, sir.
It's wonderful, ma'am. One or two of us, we were surprised. How does ma'am knows we are using WhatsApp along with the show? So Reenu ma'am was also smiling कि इनको कैसे पता चले हम WhatsApp use कर रहे हैं साथ साथ. And that is for sure. Yesterday, like we were talking yesterday, it was raining heavily. So we did not have any rainy day. We got it converted into online class. So that is a specialty that students, they can't escape. They can't have an holiday, because we are coming up with the half-yearly examination also, and you need to take care of the students also. So we got it converted into, an online class instead of giving a holiday. That's wonderful, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Reena ma'am, are you able to join again?
Yes, sir. There was
Reena
some
Tiwari,
network issues. Yes, sir. There was network issue.
You're fine, ma'am. Now it's okay.
Yes,
Again,
sir.
we like to ask you the same question. Are you still using the blended or hybrid learning method? If yes, then why and which time?
The blended learning, as you said, it is very, very important. It became, it break down the traditional walls of teaching, right? So as I said, there was continuously 3 days heavy rainfall, and the government said that there will be a holiday. We were like, we don't know what to do. Suddenly it clicked in the mind that yes, let us go to the online classes. And it worked out like anything else. Parents were happy with our decision. Most of the schools were closed. But I just made I called my coordinators and said, see, let us not close the school. Let the studies must go on as we did during the time of pandemic. So blended learning is incredibly effective. In fact, since COVID-19 pandemic, it now became the preferred learning and teaching model available for both the students and the instructors. Blended learning is it's a huge advantage as it can improve the effectiveness of training and knowledge retention rates. It consists of a mixture of digital and on-campus activities where students are able to attend sessions, digital sessions in the same time zone or digital sessions in a different time of zone. So, because different people have the different mindset. When we interact with the students, that gives a powerful impact. Same way,
Right.
if the things are recorded, if lectures are recorded, students can hear time and again, and they can be benefited out of it. So with the blend learning, we were very happy, and time and again, suppose I just give suggestion to my science teacher that when there is Sunday, teachers always say, ma'am, we don't have the time in the school, we don't have the time. I said, use 1 hour on Sunday, go online, use this online classes, come out with the doubt classes, you will have ample of time. Only thing is the best use you can make out of it. This is what required. So now also we are using it, sir.
Yeah, on Sundays also.
Yes, see, I suggested my teacher.
Teacher might be saying, बड़ी गलती होगी मैम से बात करनी, मैंने तो संडे भी ले लिया.
सर वो हमेशा बोलते हैं, मैम हमारे पास टाइम नहीं है, टाइम नहीं है. आई सेड, वेयर देयर इज अ विल देयर इज अ वे. आप कोशिश तो करके देखें. You just you ask your student to come online on Sunday, even they will be happy. They will be happy to come up with the doubt classes. तो आपके पास उस दिन कोई काम नहीं रहेगा. Sit at home, comfortable zone में बैठे, and you clear the doubts. And the teacher was really happy. वो फंसे नहीं थे, they were happy.
But ma'am, सास का क्या होगा? चलिए छोड़िए, कोई बात. We'll talk about that afterwards. Sunday also classes, wonderful idea, ma'am. We can also apply this. Let's see how much blessings.
Only 1 hour, not
yes, ma'am. We'll get a blessing or a curse. We don't know. But principal always they is on the negative side, always a villain for everyone. Always the principal is a villain.
I don't like holidays. For no reason, for rainy season or for some Jayantis, if we close the school, I mean, I don't like it.
Ma'am, you are in UP now?
Yes, sir. Lot of Jayantis are there. Lot of local holidays are there.
No comments, ma'am. No comments, ma'am. No comments. I'm not commenting anything. But I just asked you, are you in UP?
But my
yes,
our teachers and we were at the toes thanks to the technology.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Thank you so much, Dina, ma'am. Thank you so much for your valuable views. We'll come up to Harshpal sir. Harshpal sir, you have heard all the eminent guests. Now, as an expert, we will like to know in depth about the technology, that how it is helping everyone. It is helping the teachers, it may be the students, it may be the the administrators, the principals actually. So how it is working, sir? Please let us in precise that how it is helpful and how it should be used. Because till then we are not using it, it is fine. But when you use it, you come to know कि हमने पहले क्यों नहीं इसको इस्तेमाल किया.
Yes, sir.
So just to I'll just put it in a point wise, like, why do we need technology in schools? So that is the first point. So schools, first thing is we need to engage the students. That is the most important point, and make sure that whatever they're learning for life. They're not learning for just school years. So that's one of the most important point, because we want to get their attention. We want them to retain what they're learning. We want them to be engaged in the learning process. So the technology comes into the play. That is why we have to adopt nowadays, I feel, a holistic approach. There was traditional learning, there was a hybrid learning. I would say an holistic approach. Why I say holistic approach? Because holistic approach includes all of that. We can go by the traditional, we can go with the online mode, we can have some videos, we can have some games, we can have some activities, some experiments, all can be done within one classroom. It is also known as progressive curriculum also in some of the schools which are being adopted right now. So that is how we should go about it. We need to engage the student in the learning process, in giving, in imparting the knowledge. So that's where the technology plays a lot of role, because sometimes what happens is that the teacher, I still remember I had a history teacher and I never understood history because she made the entirely boring subject more boring. So had there has been a technology or some sort of visuals in our time, I think I would have understood history better. So the thing is that what sometimes a teacher is not a good presenter, and we understand that as in people, as in into the education, we understand that, and that's why the videos come into the play, where or multimedia tools come into the play, that you are presenting particular topic in a more understandable manner or relatable manner for the students. Number one. Second is that all kids are unique. So everybody is unique. Every kid has their own pace to learn. I am admitting on the show, I was a very slow learner. So so I used to learn bade aaram se. It was not until college I was under pressure, and I used to do things under pressure, and now I constantly do everything under pressure. So the thing is that in school, the thing is I was a slow learner, and there are children who are fast learners, who are all sorts of learners, so they should learn at their own pace. And the best part is the technology maps out your learning paces and also your results. So somebody who's not able to understand within 45 minutes of lecture can always go back home and revise the same lecture what teacher has taught, and can learn at their own pace. It can take 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours to learn. So that's why we need technology. The third thing which I always tell teachers and principals, that when we talk about technology, we have a mindset now that okay, technology means a live class or a video. That's not the technology of learning or a particular the teaching methodologies that we use. That is not the one. You have to engage the students. That could be flashcards are very much part of the curriculum. You use drag and drops, you use the match following worksheets, which we generally give to students. We use crossword puzzles, we use memory games, we use so many of those of them are there. So they are also part of learning process. The only thing is that earlier this was more on paper. We as in Tab School has created all these tools digitally, which you can create flashcards, these puzzles, all sorts of puzzles that you can create for kids. The teachers can create for the kids according to their learning pace, according to their capabilities and abilities. They can do that. Now, what are the advantages to kids? We all know. Obviously, we all are sitting here talking about technology, and we all want the kids to be better of themselves. They should have they should become good citizens, and at the end of the day they should be able to do what they want to do, right? Not just engineering doctor. Like ma'am said, that teachers are facilitators, and that's the difficult job these days, because we have to bring the best out of the student. Standing in a class, you can't just say, okay, I am going to teach, and there can't be one-way communication these days. Ours was a different time, everyone would agree. But earlier, now it is to bring the best of the students. So students are always excited for new things, whether it is they want to go outdoor activities, or they want to do some activities inside, experiments. They always love they have for it. So definitely they're always up for it. Now for teachers, it's a very good tool. Technology is a very good tool. Reason, they can map out their performances. Giving the online examination within the classroom, you can map out the student, whether the student, how much score they have got, because assessment tools give you the precise data of where the student is lacking, right? And if, let's say, for example, most of the students are not able to understand one topic, then it means we need to teach them through different methods. So that is also there. Apart from that, we also measure and map behavioral issues. So we have to take in account that these days, in these times, because of you can say nuclear families, or you can say other other pressures, there are things that even parents don't know about their kids. So we need to map out their behavioral issues also, and we are mapping out their behavioral issues as well, to understand where they're coming from. If, let's say, it happens, and I have seen it many times, a kid is performing very well in one quarter, and the next quarter it suddenly goes down. What happened in 3 months, we don't know. So we need to find out the problem. So that is there. So you're getting all sorts of precise data through which you can teach students more effectively. And lastly, what are the advantages for the administrators? Obviously, you have the entire school, and including the classrooms, data coming right at you, starting from the, you can say, the front desk, till you can go the last end of, that is the last classroom or end classroom. You're getting the entire precise data. You can build your curriculum, your strategies, anything that you want to make according to the data that is being provided by the system to you. Whether it is fees, whether it is, let's say, for curriculum based, you find that there is certain section of students who are not good, or you can find out that there are certain section of students who are learning only through activity based, not through textual or other ways. So you can create and sit down with your teachers and say, okay, let's start to include new things into the curriculum, like Montessori based things into the curriculum, or different types of things into the curriculum. So that would really help you to improve the performance, because we have seen that the performance have improved if we include more and more things, more and more activities, by 35% each student. I mean, by 35%, that is the performance increase, right? That is how technology is helping and enabling the teachers to be better of themselves. That's how I would put it that way.
That's wonderful, sir. That wonderful. If I will just it up, so I'll say that the most important part are the students. They're getting help, because if they're not able to understand inside the class, or they were absent, at their comfort, anytime 24/7, they can pick up this device, their device, and they can see that whatever they were not able to learn, they learn that. And the very same time, what are the flows, or where the children need attention, that data is being transferred to the teachers also. If suppose they are talking about any subject they have performed, and assignments are also being made by these devices, and that burden also goes down. Correction is also being done, I think, by these type of devices, and the teacher burden has come down, and he is able to focus to the real education of the children, because all the time teachers are saying that we have to make the papers also, we have to do the corrections also. But with these tools, all the corrections, paper making, everything is done. Along with that, how do I know which child is weak in which particular topic? This also he comes to know. That is very important. That is the bonding between the teachers and the students. And at the very same time, administrator is happy when things are having positively. One more thing I'll add up with Yashpal sir saying that he told already in the previous sessions also, that parents also get involved with this, because they are also getting report of everything, how the child is performing. Not after 3 to 4 months or 5 months, PTM, they're coming to know that how the child is performing. Up to bada galat kar raha hai. Every day are they able to know that how the child is performing. That is very important about technology. Thank you so much, Yashpal sir.
One thing just I forgot to add was that, see, whenever we talk about technology, it cannot be done without teachers. So the teachers have to be trained, and teachers must be put in a program where they know what kind of worksheets through digital platforms they want to create. So teacher training is a very important aspect, and we as in TAP School has obviously looked into it, and we provide all sorts of support. So that is very important for any technology, any technology that you are adopting for school.
You're absolutely right, sir. Yesterday only we were talking about this thing only, that the teachers, if they will not be trained, they will teach in the method they were taught. So the method they were taught, traditional method they were taught, they will keep it forward. And because technology has to be used, they have to be trained. So that means you people give training also to the teachers and how they have to use this technology. Right. Once they get used to it, it is very easy. Once they get used to it, their burden lessens down. What I feel is their burden gets down, and they are able to identify the weaker part of the students, which gradually, you can mark them up after taking care of remedial classes. Thank you so much, sir. We'll come up to the next round, and I request, we are in shortage of time, to keep your answer very precise, not more than 1 minute, 60 seconds. I'll come up to Anu Bhatia ma'am. Anu Bhatia ma'am, we'd like to know that what improvement do you see in students academically when you teach using multimedia medium or through technology?
Sir, in a very precise manner, I can say with the help of multimedia tools inculcated in technology, I found to have clarity in their learning, because earlier they were bombarded with the curriculum and the syllabus, and all together, whatever they taught in the class, they have to attempt it. But now with the help of these online resources, they can use it later on. Even the absenteeism can be reduced, and the absent students can use it later. Clarity, absenteeism can be, reduced. Then retaining power. What is the main objective in this new education policy? That is to remove the rote learning concept. Now, conceptual learning concept can be given, because they have sufficient time with the help of flipped classrooms or with the help of recorded lectures, and the teachers, they are sharing the digital content. Yes. And then smart assignments. I would like to share one example with you, wherein we are giving a practical shape to this learning. Now the students, they are doing the internship program, because after this, when the teachers, those who are not techno savvy, they can take the help of the students. And we have started an enterprise, a little enterprise in the school itself, wherein students, they are asking the teachers, if you want any stuff to get ready, like quizzes or your presentations or reports, survey reports, so we will create it, and they are charging for it. So now they are interns in the school, and side by side we are running enterprise, and enterprise profit is going to the for the charity. So in this way, they are now, their roles are reversed. Then hands-on learning experiences they are getting. So only one thing I would like to suggest: no matter whatever benefits students are getting, but it lies in the hands of educator how to use it. It should be used in beneficial manner. Otherwise, if we use the way we taught earlier, or we were teaching in our yesterdays, we'll rob our children of tomorrow. So we need to be very careful. So lot many benefits, and presently we are using those benefits. Now the students, they are very smart. They are our interns in the school. We are providing them certificates that you have created this stuff, and teachers are running to them. Beta zara ye project bana dijiye, mera ek presentation bana dijiye. So now they are into the academics. The child who is not taking interest in academics, he is searching for the options. He is creating that content. So side by side, he is learning. And on the other hand, by submitting the assignments in a smart manner, like creating a podcast or creating your audiobook. So we have created audiobooks, which we have donated to blind students as well. Yeah.
Very good.
So in that way, it's in a very precise manner, I can say, because lot examples and material is to share, but this is the precise way.
That's wonderful, ma'am, and a very good suggestion we have got for our schools also. Obviously, right, we don't have to teach in traditional way. In fact, we don't have to teach them for today. We have to teach them for future, because whatever is today won't exist tomorrow. So we have to make them for the future learning, for the tomorrow's learning. Thank you
And
so
you
much,
cannot
ma'am.
break that level of
Yes,
motivation.
yes. Thank you so much, ma'am. We'll come up to Ghanshyam sir. Ghanshyam sir, we'd also like to know from you the same thing. What improvement have you seen in students academically when you are using these technology or tools? Sir, you're on mute, sir.
Now it is audible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I know ki multimedia, it is definitely making my students academically sound. Whenever they are using multimedia as a in the form of a technology, they are transforming their knowledge from the rote learning to the critical learning. This is the biggest thing. Secondly, what I have seen, they are technology have made them easy way to access the source of information. Information, it may be in a digital model, it may be in a digital assignment, and it may be in the digital presentation, as madam said, PPT they are using. So it is good. They are using the blended learning. And one more thing I would like to add here, students are getting the opportunity to learn in the form of animated videos, and they are getting the fun practices, fun opportunity to practice what they learn from the flipped learning. So I think the technology is making to explore their new subjects and deepening their understanding for the difficult concepts, or whether it may be in subjects, it may be in the practical subjects. So they are understanding their concept very easily. That I would
Right,
like
sir.
to say. Thank you.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. We'll come up to Renu Goswami, ma'am. Ma'am, according to you, which concept is much better, manual teaching or teaching through technology? 60 seconds.
Change is inevitable. I believe that, but there has to be a fair balance, I feel, between manual teaching and teaching through technology, because all schools are not equipped to handle technology, all the teachers, as you're saying, but yes, teachers can be trained for the same. But as a coin has two sides, in the same manner, both manual teaching and teaching through technology, both have their positive and negative aspects. That's why I say that if a fair balance between the two is made, a child will gain better, learning will be better, and it will be for the future too if technology is involved in it. It's only that manual teaching is a little time consuming, that you have to equip yourself totally, thoroughly in technology. Yes, it is faster, it helps you, it avoids hiccups, I should say. And but yes, manual teaching, again, like I said earlier, that by doing one would learn better. And you cannot totally depend on technology, because if you have the power, big towns, or the, you know, like I've heard in so many states, there is heavy load shedding all the time. So the power backup may not be, suitable enough for the entire day. It's just a thought that came across, that we are dependent on technology, on power supply, which
Ma'am,
may let us down at
ma'am,
times.
you want to say that technology should be used, but at up to a certain limit. It will be good for
Not,
the kids.
yeah, but and as the situation rises, like what I have done is I have involved technology in the sense that instead of printing newsletters and magazines, we are into making ebooks for every month. So that is shared with the parents, and naturally, it is saving paper, as well as
And
every.
It is technology also. It is
Yes, it is
e-paper means
technology
technology.
also. Yeah. So
Right, ma'am.
that is my thought.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Manjula, ma'am, will come up to you.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, your views for 60 seconds. that which is better, manual teaching or teaching through technology?
And sir, this is a vast topic to discuss. But as far as schooling is concerned, not for higher education. In higher education, the student is quite mentally stable, physically well grown up. But as far as the school is concerned, the teachers are playing a role of role model there. So, and we are making the child socially, emotionally, and physically strong. So we need a good teacher to teach them. So according to me, manual teaching and teaching through technology both should be blended equally. And the teachers are always required to teach. Just because we till date we don't have such kind of curriculum, such kind of planner that will be fully equipped. The child is fully equipped with it, but the teacher's role cannot be replaced. Never can be replaced. Just because the teacher is teaching soft skills, that is that teaching will go throughout the life. Because as far as I concerned, sir, when I see my students as an entrepreneur, what I see that only 10% of teaching they have got from me, but 90% of soft skills the child has taken from me as a role model. Like still I'm meeting, since 15 years I've been teaching, and my many students are there in MNCs. And what I'm seeing, what I'm observing, that what I taught in class 9, class 10, it was not there with them. Only my soft skills are there with them. वो they used to say कि मैम आपने तब ये बताया था और आज ये चीजें हमें अपनी कंपनी में यूज होती हैं. तो that time what we see कि अगर मंजुला मैम इस जगह होती तो वो क्या करती. So, which is why I always see that teacher always play a vital role in a child's life, and it is very important and it can never be replaced.
Absolutely right, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. We'll come up to Reena Tiwari, ma'am, now. Ma'am, do you agree that technology makes teaching easier, approachable, and effective?
Yes,
60
sir.
seconds.
I agree with Manjula ma'am that no one can replace school teacher. No one can replace, because students learn a lot of soft skill from us. That is very true. I'm giving one example. See, we have done wonderful job with our playgroup students also. Students, parents always they always come up, ma'am, मेरा बच्चा तो इतना छोटा है, 2.5 साल का, 3 साल का है, वो कैसे करेगा. We just requested our parents कि ma'am, you don't do anything, let your child sit. आप open कर दो, you open the Zoom meeting, let your child sit in front of the camera. One day he will not sit, he may run here and there. Second day, let him hear the voice of the teacher. Definitely he will come back. And you won't believe, sir, after 2, 3, 4, 5 days, after 1 week, like we were astonished to see that how come a child is sitting and questioning the teacher. They are getting new things from the parents, and parents were also taking a lot of interest. So for our school, this technology was a boon, because when I joined this school, only 200 students were there. Classes of online classes. Now we have 827 students in my school. So during this COVID, we have done because of this technology only, because of consistent my teamwork, my team effort, we have done 450 more admissions during this COVID. So I think
so that means you want to say that it is also right. Everybody will agree that now the parents, they want what facilities you are providing, and facilities now means the technology. If you are providing different technologies, you're providing technology to the students, to the parents also. Now, पहले तो parents बोलते थे, I'm sending the student for 6 hours. I do not know what is happening inside the school. How can we tell? What can we
खुद बोलते हैं, मैडम रेनी डे है, प्लीज ऑनलाइन कर दीजिए. वो खुद बोलते हैं. So in general, I would say that the internet and the new technologies definitely made life easier for us. There is no doubt. We just have to know how to make best use of them.
Right. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Training is required.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That is more important. Teachers training all the time. We'll come up to Indra ma'am. Indra ma'am, we'd like to know your views also in precise that technology makes things, make teaching easier, effective, and approachable.
Sir, I agree with all the panelists over here. Yes, technology has made the teaching easier because lot of things has come up over there. Like you're doing the assessment online, your notebooks are checked on the time. If we see the teaching when we used to do without a technology, it was consuming our time. But again, when we are using the technology, it is saving our time also. So both the things have been blended over there. So we should go ahead with the technology because unless we start using these tools, we'll be not able to grow up. We need the time to think beyond the time limits which is being given over there. Earlier, the child used to study at the school for the 6 hours. Only the lecture method was there, or the hand-on practicals were there. But when the technology has been added over there, the reporting has been improved more. You can assess your teacher very frequently. Like earlier, we used to have the videos recording over there of the classrooms, or we used to only manage the things that what the teacher is doing, at what time the teacher is reporting to the class, or what mishappening is happening over there in the classroom. But the same way, when we have started with the more tools of the apps of the technology in the schools, like we go with the attendance online, we go with the assessment online, and simultaneously same kind of the cues can be taken with the multiple of the classes. So it is helping us the teaching of the student, and it is saving our time. So my point of view, we should always go with the tools, whatever the technology is coming up over there, because this is going to work with the future, sir. Because pros and cons are there for everything, but we should always look towards the pros which are going to help us out. So technology should not be removed now from the education system. Reason, right now, any meeting is there. It is not required to be physically over there to be present. We all come together on the Zoom. We all can exchange our ideas. All the notices come over there. Like if you take about the CBSE schools, earlier the affiliation process was such a long process that the physically verification was required. But if you are enough honest, you know the technology, how to upload the documents, how to work over there. It's the same thing. That is also a teaching process for the teachers. So let your teachers also come up over with these tools, with the technology, and your students also. And we are connecting with the social network with that.
Wonderful.
This is what I want.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely right, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Harshpal sir, again, we'll come up to you. So the two question arises out of the whatever has been talked in this, the second round also. First thing, that if there is internet problem, connectivity problem, what is the resolution you have? And the second and the most important thing is the cost. Because after pandemic, schools, they do not want to spend much money. But it is cost effective, very economical, then only they want to go for this. Please let us know the answers of both the questions, which are very important for all of us. First of all, the connectivity, sir.
Okay, first of all, I should answer the connectivity. So first of all, the connectivity issues are no doubt present. We ourselves have faced challenges in certain areas, both in Jharkhand. We have faced areas in East UP, Jammu and Kashmir, certain parts of Punjab, also certain parts of Rajasthan. Definitely, there is still, despite all the penetration that has happened of internet, there are internet connectivity issues. But for that, we have our own device, which we have created, which is Internet of Things IoT device, where we basically install our software, and it just sends out the signals to different devices, whether it is a smart board or it is a laptop, computer. It just your device just need to have a Wi-Fi into the hardware. So it will work, whether it's a phone, it's a peer-to-peer technology which we use in that device. So we have solved this problem because this is a very common problem in a country like India. So this is one solution that we have come up with. Now, second part of is the cost. I think this particular question, ma'am has answered it. I did not need to answer that. She told that her school had 200 students, and the moment she started using technology, her admissions jumped up from 200 to 800 students. So I think if anybody or any school is investing into technology, they are anyways getting the return on their investment, because you're going to, at the end of the day, you're going to get more admissions. So that is there, but otherwise the technology in today's time has become very economical. It's not that something very expensive also. It is very economical. Whether it's a software, whether it's a hardware, it is no longer an expensive affair anymore. And obviously, if you have the teaching methodologies right, and all the, like, ma'am's team is working very hard to be on that, I think everybody can get the return on what they're investing on. So these are the two things that I would like to put it on very precisely, I guess.
So that means it is very economical, and all the level schools, whatever the fees level is, they can afford that.
They can afford. They will definitely afford. It's no longer a thing that, okay, only for urban schools. No, it is for rural schools. I still remember one of the principals coming onto his show. He was from rural, and he was using his school is 100% technology, by the way, and he is in rural school. So you can pretty much understand that somebody who's in rural area has made his school 100% digital. That's a commendable job.
See, winning over in a rural area, rural area is much easier than urban areas, because in rural areas, when you bring these things, they are being welcomed by their parents. And looking at that, also other admissions do come. That technology is being used. उसके स्कूल में तो रेनी डे हो गया, लेकिन हमारे स्कूल में ऑनलाइन क्लास चल रही है, और digitally these things are being sent. If I want any worksheet, I don't have to run up, for any student to give it to me, which was given 4 months back. I can go into the, whatever that Google Classroom or whatever it is, we can find it from there. So DigiLockers and all the things are over there. It is very, good to have these type of things, because you also suggested that these things are very economical as of now. So these have become very good and very economical as compared to the other things, the manual power which you use. Thank you so much, Harshpal sir, for the valuable news. You have created a wonderful thing, and I was very impressed when you told me totally about this, that how you are using it, and how we can use it with everything in the offices and with the teachers, with the guards, with the parents, with the buses, everything we can use that. Thank you so much, sir. Coming up to the last part of the session, which is always entertainment session, a me time, where all the participants who come over here, they have to sing 2 lines. Reena Tiwari ma'am knows about this, so she's giving a smile for that, and she's prepared. Ma'am ko paper out ho chuka hai pehle se hi. So now, because she will also be given the advantage, she has come for the second time. So the freshers, they will have to sing first only 2 lines of a song, and we can have a me time, because throughout the day, today also it was so stressful. We need to have a stress buster with having 10 to 12 minutes of ours. So if we talk about a gentleman, so the gentleman will be Ghanshyam sir. Ghanshyam sir, anything, because you are from Himachal, to Dogri or any language you want to sing. It may be regional, it may be Hindi, it may be English, it may be patriotic, it may be filmy song, anything you want to sing, sir, of your mood.
Okay. Himachali song, sir, I will sing next time, but this time let us go for the Hindi song.
Sure, sir.
हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन, मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन. Thank you, sir. Thank you to all.
Sir, many principals just sing this song that Hum Honge Kamyab, because we keep on trying and we'll get through it. We have got through the
Okay.
2 years of pandemic, sir. So we can do anything as of now. We can do anything. So we'll come up to Anu Bhatia ma'am. Anu Bhatia ma'am, your chance, ma'am.
Okay.
So it is
Next time, sir, sure.
surprisingly, yeah, I was not aware of this,
That's
this
a
trend.
surprise test, ma'am. Surprise test.
Okay, fine. I'm ready for surprises as well, and we should. Okay, I'll
Yes,
go
ma'am.
for Hindi song, which I like very much. जीवन के दिन छोटे सही, हम भी बड़े दिल वाले, कल की हमें फुर्सत कहाँ, सोचें जो हम मत वाले.
This is one of my favorite song, ma'am. Beautiful voice you have, ma'am. Anu ma'am, let me tell you, we are talking to the Indian Idol people to start up a season with the educationist, where only the educationists will, especially the principals, will participate. And you are going to the quarters final for sure, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. We'll come up to Manjula ma'am now. Manjula ma'am.
So this is like Anu ma'am. It is first for me, but I wish like to sing a song which I have learned in my childhood, but I don't know how much I remember that. Teachers of mine who gave to me all of my heart to do as I be. I owe everything I owe to you. Teachers, sweet teachers of mine. You gave me happiness much more than world can say. Teachers of mine. That's it. I forgot the song, but I love that song. Thank you, sir.
Very good, ma'am. Very good, ma'am. We'll come up to Indra ma'am now. Indra ma'am, your chance.
Sir, I'm not a very good singer, but
No
yes, I
problem, ma'am.
like one or two, three songs which I keep on reciting like that Hindi movie song. One of is that ए मालिक तेरे बंदे हम ऐसे हो हमारे करम नेकी पर चले और बदी से डरे ताकि हंसते हुए निकले दम ए मालिक तेरे बंदे हम. Sir, why I have sing this song? Because when I was in class 3rd and we were taken to a school movie, दो हाथ ये 12 माली वाला था, दो आंख 12 माली. This was a movie name I'm not remembering, in class 3rd, and it was in Chennai. And really that song make us feel, the goosebumps comes over there when they say बड़ा कमजोर है आदमी अभी लाखों है इसमें कमी, तू जो दयालु बड़ा, like that. The
Absolutely,
wordings were
absolutely.
amazing.
एक
So that
तू
was
जो
one
खड़ा है
of the
दयालु बड़ा,
that
तेरी
song which I
कृपा से ही
दयालु
धरती थमी.
बड़ा, हाँ, तेरी कृपा
I think
से
movie was
धरती
The
थमी.
Burning
When
Train.
you sing the song, you recall everything. No,
Yeah.
दो
Yes,
आंख 12 हाथ.
दो आंख
That was
12
the,
हाथ.
there was the
It was the
12
movie
prisoners.
by V. Shantaram.
12 prisoners and the 12 prisoners were there, and it was a very movie which was shown to a class 3 students over there, and really we loved it. And the same way I remember one of the movie of my childhood, that was Safed Hathi. Us time pe it was like that, the schools were taken to the picnic. It was also a lesson. So we learn it over, like Dosti was the movie. So that was the movie we remember.
That was a very good movies, ma'am. Don't have this
Yes,
stuff.
sir.
Thank you so much, Indra ma'am. We'll come up to Renu
Thank you.
Goswami ma'am. Jaipur calling.
Yes, Jaipur calling. Thank you so much. I never sing. I'm not even a bathroom singer. But because it's the trend here, so we were all talking about the rain and the rainy days. So I remember a song I was taught in school. It's a Marathi song based on rain. So I'll just sing 2 lines on it. ये रे पावसा तुला देतो पैसा पैसा झाला खोटा पाऊस आला मोठा. Means if you want to know the meaning,
Remember
that
this.
Very nice, ma'am.
Rain come down,
I
rain come
don't
down,
have
we'll
this.
give you money, then rain even heavier than that.
Wonderful, ma'am. The pronunciation of that lyrics of the song was so good. Without understanding, you could understand everything.